Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to continue our MCU journey with Captain Marvel. And this is one I haven't seen too recently, and I'm glad I did rewatch it because I found it to be a lot better than I remember. I do still have some issues with it that I'll get into later, but for the most part, I thought this was a fun movie. I liked the story and I like the characters. I still don't think Brie Larson deserved all the hate that she got for this movie. I think she did a great job as Captain Marvel.
I still don't know what the hell the issue with against Brie Larson is. I've heard all kinds of stuff that she's too much of a feminist, that she says things against men. I've seen her on a ton of interviews. I've seen this movie. I don't get that vibe. I don't get it at all.
No, I like the tone of this movie. I think this is one of the MCU movies, especially in like the later phases, Phase 3, where I think the comedy really did suit this movie and didn't feel forced. There are a couple scenes I'll get into later where I disagree with that. I liked the movie. The graphics were really good. I liked seeing the binary form for Captain Marvel, and the introduction of the Kree and Skrulls I thought was very unique. And frankly, they had me in the first half thinking that the Skrulls were the bad guys because I've dealt with the comics when they mostly were the bad guys, like with Secret Wars and everything, which I'm very excited for. Secret Wars is gonna be very good. But the introduction of the Kree, Hala, Supreme Intelligence, I thought that was all great, and I'm really excited to see him return.
I feel the same way. This cast is great. The action in it's pretty cool. And for those people that complain that maybe, don't guys don't like a super hero movie or a movie with a female lead. That's not true.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a female
bullshit.
lead. This is a female lead, and I never once was like, "Oh, this shit is boring," or like, "Where's the dudes at?" Like, yeah, I enjoyed watching Brie Larson on screen and her being a leading lady, and she kicked ass, and she was cool, and she was funny, and she was sexy, and she was strong, and I didn't have a problem with that. In fact, I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty cool." Same thing with Wonder Woman. If you're into action, sci-fi, suspense, just ass kicking, you're gonna enjoy this movie.
The things I didn't like about this movie, most of them are kind of minor, don't really have to do much with the movie itself, but more of the timing. But the things I don't like with this movie is it turned Nick Fury's eye injury, which I set up in Winter Soldier to be more of this mystery, more of this badass moment, into something of a joke. I really wasn't a fan that Goose was the one that took his eye, especially with the line in the Winter Soldier that the last time he trusted someone, he lost an eye. It didn't fit here, and I really wish they didn't do it, or maybe Goose did scratch his eye, but like they did earlier in the movie, just like made it into something like, no, he's not actually gonna lose his eye, but just more of a joke about that. I don't know how I feel about Nick Fury getting the Avengers name based off of Carol Danvers' plane. That's one of the things I don't really like about doing a prequel that you didn't have written at the time of starting everything, is that it just has some gaps. And I think this movie should not have taken place before Endgame. I think Captain Marvel should have been introduced after Endgame because with how she was introduced here, you would think she'd have much more of a role in Endgame, but she was in that movie for like 5, 6 minutes and didn't do anything. She was not needed throughout that entire film. You could have removed her, and the same exact movie would have happened. So I think introducing her after Endgame probably would have been better, because this just it didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I really don't have, funny enough, because I always do. I don't have much complaints about this movie. I really enjoyed it. I just saw it recently, and I've seen it a couple times, and I saw it when it came out in theaters. Yeah, I don't have, it's not a perfect movie. I don't want to state that by any chance, but it was fun. It's fun every time I've seen it. Brie Larson's fantastic. Yes, for the girls. A lot of it has to do with how incredibly good looking she is, because she is incredibly good looking, but also she can act. Because for our female audience, I don't want you guys to think, oh, well, he thinks she's hot, so that's why. Well, Megan Fox is hot, and I can't stand her. There are a lot of hot actresses that can't act. Brie is one of the few that is hot and can act. So, she can carry the movie. Because let's be honest, if it was just good looks, within 15 minutes of the movie, you'd be like, yeah, I'm ready to bounce. So that's not the case. What Griff says about, Endgame and stuff, I see where he's coming from, but I also wish she would have been used more in that movie because she's so
Yeah,
powerful.
that would have been better if they did decide to use her more, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about this movie, and are you excited for the Marvels coming out later this year? And join us next week for Iron Man. Thank you guys for watching.
And let us know, guys, who's your favorite female-led movie?